What's up, everybody? Big Herc 916, and you tune in to another edition of my vlog. I want to say thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thanks for all your support. I appreciate all the positive comments. You know, I'm all about lacing you guys up. And I want to ask you guys, how many of you out there have put together your vision board? You know, how many of you guys have actually put together a roadmap for your life? See, whenever you travel somewhere, you used to use a Thomas guide, which was a map that kind of gave you all the highways and side streets, but now a lot of you guys use either Google Maps or Waze. So when you go places, you know exactly how you're supposed to get there. But in life, why aren't you doing the same thing? Why aren't you putting together a roadmap for your life? If you want certain things to happen in your life, you got to script them out. You can't just sit around thinking that these things that you want are gonna somehow, some way just fall in your lap, and you haven't actually put together a formula or a plan to acquire those things. So you gotta roadmap them out, man. You gotta put together step by step what you think you need to do to get to where you're trying to go. And there could be variables in those steps. It doesn't mean you're gonna follow them exactly, but at least you have some direction, and at least you have an idea of where you're going. See, a vision board, to me, it creates subliminal messages in your head. You know, it's called subtle programming. No different than when they show you stuff on TV or you listen to certain music, you're being programmed. Well, the same way society and media programs you, you can program yourself. You can surround yourself around certain things that's gonna draw your attention, that's going to create certain energy, that's going to allow you to go after certain things. And one of the easiest things you can do is, you know, get you some construction paper, you know, get you a bunch of, you know, you can get either magazines or you can print the images off the internet now, and put together a collage of all the things you want in your life. Whether it's a beautiful wife, whether it's a nice house, whether it's a nice car, a watch, you can have a picture of a family there, which you picture yourself with a family, maybe an airplane where you're traveling, you know, different things like that. And I'm telling you, when you get up and you look at that and you reflect on it, your mind will start working subconsciously towards those things. You can change the flow of your direction. See, right now, a lot of you guys, just wherever the wind blows, you go. You know, the wind blows north, you go north. If it blows south, you go south. You don't really have a game plan. You haven't mapped out any course of action. You have no action. You're just going, and you react to whatever appears in front of you rather than creating what you want to happen. And that's what I'm telling you is the first step in changing the path of your life. One of the things I held on to while I was in prison was I had a vision board, and since I didn't have access to the internet, I had a lot of different reading material around me, as far as books, autobiographies, magazines for business, you know, different things, social things. I read Vanity Fair, Fortune magazine. I read Wall Street Journal, Business Weekly, Forbes, Wired, anything I could read. And I would find articles and I would photocopy those articles if it wasn't my magazine, or I'd cut those articles out if it wasn't my magazine. I created like all these different like notepads, like self-made notepads with stuff in them and ideas, and my mind just would be working as though if I was free, these are some of the things I'd be pursuing. And a lot of that has allowed me to get to where I'm at today and be able to see things that a lot of people don't see, to get out here and find opportunity where, there was none, because I created it. And, I reflect on those days when I'm out here and I think that, oh man, maybe something's not moving as fast as I would like it to, or maybe I'm losing focus. I think about the time and energy I used to put into reading all those different outlets of books and magazines and stuff, and that keeps me grounded. And even today I have a vision board, and I also have a board that I write down certain goals I want to achieve for the year, and some of them I have achieved, some of them I'm still working on, but I always have something that I'm striving towards. And so you got to have a roadmap, and that roadmap, like I said, will allow you to get to your destination a lot faster, and it allow you in essence in life to accomplish your goals a lot faster, rather than dwell in confusion or frustration. Put together your roadmap, start today, like I said, go through it and just find all the things that you want to have in life, and then at that point you want to put together your game plan, which could be, say, hey, every month I'm gonna try to meet 5 new people. And it doesn't mean that you're become lifelong friends with these people. It just means that you're gonna try to meet 5 new people. And that can mean going to a bar, striking up a conversation, going to a sporting event, going to, an outing, anything, but you're applying yourself so that you can get outside and network. Because like in my other video, network is net worth, like Burner would say, and who can make a big difference on what you make. And that's how life goes, man. I mean, eagles fly with eagles and seagulls fly with seagulls. You don't see them intermingling, and it's the same thing. You start talking about having money, making power moves, doing things. You want to be in a loop with the people with the bread, and so create your map so that you can get there, and hopefully each and every day you should be working towards some goal, just to exist. Eat, shit, and sleep. I mean, man, that's not really a whole lot to look forward to. You want to have something else that drives you, and even if it's not you, you do it for your kids so that they can have more than what you had, because you should never want your kids to be dealing with the same adversity that you went to, or the same headaches. I mean, you always want your kids to have more than what you had. So by you doing this roadmap, by you creating this collage of ideas and setting some goals for yourself, you're also setting a great example for them so that they can follow your footsteps and be 10 steps ahead of the game when they step out into the world. Because if I had known a lot of the things I know now, if I would have had maybe this collage when I was younger, or had some type of mentorship, man, I'd already be kicking it with Elon Musk right now. I'd be, doing things with SpaceX and hollering at Jeff Bezos. I'd be doing really big things, and I would have been in a different position. But, life is what it is. And I'm lucky that I was able to turn my life around and see the mistakes I made and learn from them, and not wallow in them or, make excuses. And I know there'll be a few comments that people always tell me I'm talking about materialism. Look, man, money gives you a great life. If you ain't got no money, bro, you is not living how you want to live. So if you want to call me materialistic, so be it. But I'm telling you right now, you know, I'm not trying to just survive. I wouldn't want to be living just surviving. You want to have comfort. You want cushion. You want your kids to have trust since you didn't have one, so that they don't have to go through and deal with the hardships of the economy and all this other bullshit. So yeah, I am materialistic. Yeah, not you know, I'm not talking about buying a bunch of gold chains and bullshit. I'm talking about acquiring assets so that my people can live well and my people's people can live well. So when you talk about materialism, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about out here acting a damn fool and making it rain somewhere. I'm trying to put people up on game so that they can build a better future, and you don't have to, you know, subject yourself to a month-to-month type situation, or, you know, at the whims of a boss who, if they fire you, you could be homeless. And it's not easy. And you know, and without that roadmap, you know, tell them, man, I might have been homeless. I didn't have a place to live 10 years ago. I was in a halfway house. I had no house. Luckily, I was able to maneuver and get into a spot and, you know, save up a little money to get on my feet. But man, I wouldn't, my family wouldn't give me no handouts. I wouldn't, you know, I wasn't, you know, set up where I had a place when I got out of prison. I was living in a government facility, you know, day to day, trying to hustle and figure out how I could get on my feet. But I wasn't crying, I wasn't making excuses. And so I don't expect you to be making excuses or crying either. I expect that you, you know, you're a little bit sharper than what I was, and since you're watching this video, you gamed up. So holler at me, bigherc916.com, life coaching, mentoring, and let's get this paper, man. And to those who don't want no paper, man, hey, we don't need to hear your mouth. Go somewhere else, man, because like everybody here is trying to bubble. So let's get this bubble on.